an icon.
Cementing her status
She's a legend.
as one of music's biggest stars.
And she is the moment.
Yay! Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we are going to be doing our classic monthly What's Happening Next in Love for You in the month of December. I'm so excited! This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Happy holidays! Let me know what you guys are getting up to for the holiday season. I love to watch Christmas movies. I love to admire the gorgeous snow outside. There's Christmas markets that are happening, so I'm gonna go to that. Do you guys have Christmas markets near you? I know that they're like a big thing over in Europe. I actually went to London and Dublin last year for Christmas because just the holiday markets in Europe are so superior. The decorations, everything is just magical. It's so spectacular. So I had to see it for myself. I loved it. I would highly recommend. We went at the beginning of December to not like go right when everybody's trying to travel, and genuinely that was the way to do it. It was so nice. And yeah, we actually got to celebrate Christmas at the castle in Dublin. And then yeah, just a lot of little things all throughout London. Harrods was a big one that I wanted to go see. That was a freaking madhouse. Oh my God. We tried to go on a Saturday, which I think is the dumbest idea ever. If you guys are ever going to travel to London, clearly you have to hit up Harrods. It's a staple, it's essential, it's gorgeous, but do not go on a Saturday. Try to go during the week or sometime, because we went later during the week and then it was like totally clear. Like there was hardly anybody there. It's just so much to look at. It's a major department store that has a lot of high-end brands. We got to go to the Prada Cafe while we were there, and that was... I'm still not over that. I wish that they would literally open one here over in the States nearby me because that would be lovely. But for now, you know, I'll cope with what we have. I think we got a Louis Vuitton store or something, so it's kind of nice, but the Prada Cafe was so superior. The colors, everything was beautiful. So yes, hotties, if you ever find yourself traveling to London or Dublin during the holidays, those are some things that I highly recommend. If you haven't already, but maybe that's something that you want for the future, definitely get it on your vision board and start saving up now, because there's no better time than now to save for it. So yes, hotties. Okay, but I love you. I just love to chat with you guys, you know, just have a little bestie roundup. But let me know what you guys are doing for the holidays. Let me know what your favorite Christmas movie is down below, if you have one, or holiday movie, I should say. You know, we are non-judgmental here. Every religion, every whatever is allowed here. We are the least judgmental group on YouTube, I swear. But yes, hotties, I love you. Let's just go on ahead and get right into things today with pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! Yee! Yay! Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 1, the flight attendant Britney Spears card. This is going to be your reading today, all about what's next in love for you for December. You could have also selected Ma Immortelle perfume. I probably butchered that. I do apologize to anybody here that's actually French. I just had to listen to that. I picked this up in a little boutique perfume shop in Paris, and it just smells so beautiful. It means my everlasting flower, which I think that's so gorgeous. It's just beautiful, and I think that says a lot about you and the pile that you chose, because I believe that you are always open to growth and expansion, manifesting greater for yourself, which we'll get into a little bit of that. But I totally feel that you were drawn to that perfume pile for a reason. Sorry, there was a little hair there. But with the flight attendant too, some of you guys could be actually traveling in the month of December, going back to hometowns, you know, prioritizing yourself, maybe taking a vacation somewhere, you know, maybe going to London, like I literally was just talking about. But I totally see that you guys could be traveling in the month of December, and that could be sparking a lot of emotional feelings for you, especially past emotional feelings, especially if you're going back to hometowns, visiting family. You know, there's just a lot of emotion that comes up, especially during the holidays. And in this month, I really do see that you are putting a lot more love into yourself. You're finding that balance with, okay, what is it that I truly deserve? What is it that I'm actually looking for in a romantic relationship? And within that, you are doing a lot of work in yourself, and you're actually manifesting the best partner to come in for you. Because especially with the Two of Swords here, you could be conflicted about, like, yeah, I'm hearing the song, should I stay or should I go? Because it's like, you might be conflicted of maybe wanting to stay in, you know, a situationship, relationship, you know, kind of linger around for this other person, or actually choosing yourself and moving forward with your life and figuring out, okay, you know, this partner, this situationship did tick all of these boxes, but they were lacking in some very big areas, you know? So those big areas I want to, speaking as you, want to manifest better for myself for the future. Therefore, I am going to get a lot more specific on what it is that I'm looking for and actually pouring into that beautiful cup that is yourself. So we love to see that, pile number one. Because of this, it's actually setting up this chain reaction of leading you to your dream partner. Because again, we have the High Priestess here along with the Magician. So this basically tells me that not only are you, you know, manifesting better for yourself, you're grounding yourself, but you're also not allowing yourself to stoop so low that, you know, you're kind of missing the bigger picture. You're missing the bigger manifestations. I feel like you're actually opening yourself up to receiving more. Yeah, my favorite quote is, the universe is not on a budget, ask for more. So especially if you've been feeling dissatisfied with relationships, situationships in your life, getting specific about what it is that you really want is going to benefit you significantly in the future. And I actually do discuss this in my more recent video on my channel here, how to be chaste, because I was getting a lot of questions about how I've attracted literally like the perfect partner for me. Like, I was actually thinking about this, you guys, and this was so crazy. But this deck right here, he brought this, okay? I did not have this when we started dating. He brought this to the table. Not just this gorgeous world tarot card box, but a beautiful sexy time deck, which was different than the one that I already owned. And that just goes to show that, again, the universe is not on a budget, ask for more. Not only did I get somebody that is sexy, that's charming, that's a man, and he carries himself incredibly well in public, which I think is, it's a little bit rare to come by, okay? Especially with the male species. A lot of them can be a little bit embarrassing in public. And not only did he bring all of that to the table, he's kind, he's generous, he's funny, he's emotional, he's, you know, empathetic, but he also brought tarot decks. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. And this one too. Several more, an entire box full over here. So when I say that the universe is not on a budget, I literally mean it, okay? And you might actually be really drawn to watching my video that's all about how to be chaste and find true love. Because I feel like in the month of December, going into 2026, you are figuring out specifically what it is that you want and what it is that you've maybe been attracting in the past that has not been working for you, and figuring out why you keep attracting that, shutting that aspect of yourself down so that way you can be open to new and better, bigger things. Especially with the High Priestess and the Magician here, you are setting yourself up for a big ultimate soulmate vibes. So I feel like this is so positive, and I see, especially with the Sun card here, that you are developing a lot more positivity around your love life. And you know, you're no longer seeing it as just like a, you know, give to somebody else, but you're seeing it as exchange. I give, I receive, you receive, you know? So how are you sort of like treating yourself in the month of December is going to reflect the type of partner that you are attracting. Because again, even before, which this is another video that I was thinking about making, not just like how to be chased like on a more literal sense and literal level, but actually how to work on yourself so you feel so fulfilled that you don't even need romance in your life, to be honest. And that was something that I literally, it was a lesson that I taught myself right before I met him. And I feel like if I wasn't in that mentality, I don't know if I would have met him. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So you could be feeling all of these things, maybe a few of those things, you know, lost, you know, grieving what you don't have, feeling sad because you're single, and, you know, maybe you just exited, again, like a situationship, something that was not serving you, and you're still feeling very heartbroken, a little bit tender about that entire situation. But again, yeah, I didn't even get to the Empress card yet, but I feel like you are really leveling up your life for yourself. You're filling up your own cup and you're filling up your own soul. And because of that, again, you're attracting somebody that is doing the same. Not today, not dealing with hurt, avoiding conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. Wow, yeah, so again, this pile is a lot to deal with, like healing yourself, because I feel like there could have been something that you went through that was very, you know, changing to your life. I feel like, again, if there was a situationship, somebody that was keeping you stuck in that loop, and you know, like maybe you've been avoiding ending it. Maybe you did end it, but you're avoiding dealing with the actual deep hurt that you feel from that. Because I feel like that's something that we get very misconstrued. Is that like, oh, it's a situationship, you know, like it's not that big of a deal. It didn't really matter. When in reality, like those are some of the longest relationships that I've seen in my lifetime. Have been people in on and off again connections with somebody, situationships, you know? And so there is feelings there, and there is deep hurt that can be caused because of the outcome of the situation. And denying that, denying the way that, you know, maybe somebody's treating you, denying the way that they're making you feel, denying the fact that you can be heartbroken over something like this, because it's completely valid, is only keeping you stuck in your hurt. But the second that you allow yourself to feel that pain, loathe in it, move the fuck on, you will actually begin to make some real beneficial changes. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Yeah, I see that you're spending a lot of time by yourself, and within that you're finding a lot of clarity in, again, what it is that you truly want in a relationship versus what it is that you don't want. And with that, I feel like you're discovering a lot of your own personal power and how to protect yourself better in the future. Yeah, especially because we do have boundaries here and protection. You know, now's the time to really get in check what it is that you want to do, you know, for your boundaries, with your boundaries, how it is that you want to be treated, what you truly deserve in a connection. And then, you know, just fully embracing that and not accepting anything less. And the second that somebody is giving you less, walking away because you don't deserve that shit. Yes. Okay, so especially with Fan here and Han, oh, throat chakra, hello. I see that you are going to be celebrating a lot in the month of December. Just a lot of your own personal accomplishments, loving yourself again, feeling yourself again, and then also celebrating with family too, especially with the holidays. There's a lot of, you know, people getting together, coming together, and celebrating. And I see that you guys could, again, just be feeling very nostalgic. There could be a lot of, just, yeah, like nostalgia, feelings of old relationships, feelings of just everything kind of coming up. Maybe 11:11 on the clock. Maybe you're even dealing with, you know, family members that will not stop asking you about your love life and when are you gonna get married and blah, 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 blah. I feel like especially the holidays are the worst time for that. It's like you either get the family that asks you too much about your job or asks you too much about your love life and they need to just butt the fuck out, honestly. So learning some coping mechanisms for, you know, how you can avoid those questions or change the topic, because to be frank with you, even if they're your family members, it's none of their fucking business what's happening in your love life. Like, let's be so real here. It's none of their business. And yeah, especially with you pouring into yourself, I feel like, yeah, I was just watching Emma Watson talk about why she's not married yet. And she's like, I literally hate that fucking question. She's like, why is everybody so concerned about my love life and whether or not I find a partner? She's like, maybe that's a part of my purpose, but maybe it's not, and that's okay. And yeah, I just think she's such a baddie. Like, it would be so hard being, you know, her, being a celebrity who is so well known for what she does, and then trying to go out there in the world and trying to date, you know, like it would just be so difficult. And so, yeah, I feel like that's why she's really pulled back a lot of her energy and focused on herself. And she's getting her degree in writing, English lit, you know, and so anyways, in need of a help, assistance, and guidance, a lot of you could actually be in need of like assistance for, you know, how do I move on? How do I get over this? How do I start to accept more for myself? How do I create stronger boundaries? And, you know, like there's so much information out there in the world, but, you know, just ask for it. Just ask for help, you know, ask for other people to distract you. Get out there more, you know, and by distract you, I don't mean like perpetually, just like for a little bit, they can distract you. But yeah, you could be asking for help in the month of December, maybe actually going to therapy too, getting a therapist, especially if you feel like this is something that's really taking a toll on you. Stepping into a new experience and younger woman. Okay, we love it. So yeah, a lot of you could be stepping into a new experience in the month of December. So that could be traveling. Maybe you guys just got a new job. Again, I feel like the new experience though is more so about how you feel about life and how you feel about, you know, yourself and dating and the world of romance. I feel like you're almost stepping into a new experience in that way as well. Problems to be resolved. Ooh, we love to see that. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Yeah, so believe me, if there was somebody that, you know, put you in a situationship, treated you poorly, whatever, I feel like there's going to be major karma that will be dealt. So they will get what they deserve. And that's not something that you have to worry about. That's not something that you have to act towards. I always tell people, because I feel like witches get a really bad rap of being like hexers and putting curses on people and using spells to get what they want. And while we may do that a little bit when it comes to, you know, manifesting our own goals and our own dreams, to be honest, a lot of us are light witches and we don't fuck with hexes. You know, we don't do that kind of shit because we realize that karma exists, and however they treated me is exactly how they're going to get treated, or worse, or in a different way, you know? So just know that the way that you treated this person, yeah, disappointment in a friend or lover, exactly. Like, I feel like you guys have felt major disappointment from this situationship, from whatever, these people in the past, you know? And I feel like problems to be resolved, you will reap what you have sown. So again, if you were the person that was in the right here, you are going to be getting treated, getting gifted, this person getting shit on. Sun, holy shit. Pile number 1, did you see this? You guys got the Sun card twice. So know that there is ultimate happiness coming in for you in December, and it has nothing to do with the other person and everything to do with you. And I think that that's so powerful. I think that's so beautiful. And I know that like a lot of the time whenever we go into love readings and, you know, we want to hear about, okay, well, what's the other person thinking? We want to hear about, okay, well, when's my next relationship coming in? we don't really ever want to hear about the self-love. But I feel like this pile in particular, you almost need to hear it, because I feel like I'm hearing you're better by yourself, to be honest, than with this person. And look at this, like, this is happiness, you guys. Like, this is the sun card. You're gonna be feeling yourself. You're gonna be feeling light again. You're gonna be feeling like there's so much potential, because guess what? You leave behind this one person, you open up 20 new doors for 20 new individuals that are 10 times better, more fulfilling, more wish fulfilling, creating a lot more happiness in your life. So I love this. Yes. And then even next month, I could see that you guys actually are, you know, entering into a new relationship or meeting a new person, but it's coming after doing this work. So if you do this work, I see that it's setting you up to receive a new person. Yeah, exactly. And look at this, you guys, because you've had disappointment in someone who's extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And this is a situation in the balance that requires careful handling. You know, like, I just feel like it's a lot of work, and what are you getting out of it? You know, like, what's it worth to you, to be honest? We'll do one song for this pile as well for my love radio. But I really do see that you are spending so much more time on yourself. You're loving yourself. You're giving yourself more grace. You are, again, just treating yourself as if you are your romantic partner, taking yourself out for nice dinners, buying yourself flowers. Yeah, Beggin' by Chris Lake and Alana. It's like this energy that you're entering into is going to, you know, leave these situationships, these relationships sobbing in the past, begging you to come back. But I see that by the time that they are doing that, you are already so leveled up that you could give a fuck less. Like, really. So yes, my gorgeous pile number one, those are the messages that I got for you today. Don't forget to check out Love Radio Volume 4. It is available on Spotify. We love to see it. Yes, you just shuffle it and you can get even more messages and extended reading for this pile. But yes, my gorgeous pile number one, those are the messages that I got for y'all today. I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that spreads some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Goodbye. Yay! Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 2, the Living Legend card. This is going to be your reading today, or you also could have chose the Orchid Zara perfume bottle. I'm trying to empty this because I want to fill it up with my own homemade rose perfume, but it has taken me this long. There's still a tiny little drop in there, but this is going to be your guys' reading today, all about what's coming next in love for you guys, and especially with the Queen of Swords, the Devil card, the Hierophant, to be honest, this entire spread, okay? I feel like there could be somebody that's coming back in from your past, a devil energy, who is really looking to come in with like a full cup of love, especially with the Ace of Cups here in the Chariot. It's like, I see very quick moving energy. This person could be feeling very sentimental because of the holiday season. Something about the holidays got them thinking about you, okay? But especially with the Hierophant here, it's like they're thinking about, you know, all of the ways in which they coulda, shoulda, woulda acted differently, maybe leveled up the connection. But I totally see that, especially with the Queen of Swords energy, you being represented here as the Queen of Swords. I see that you're kind of acting as like, how should I say this? Like a bad bitch, to be honest. Like, I don't put up with this kind of fuck shit anymore. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting, especially with the Queen of Swords right next to the Devil. She's looking right at him too with her sword, and she's like, I am not letting you get a piece of this, okay? Unless if you hear what I have to say. Because especially with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like this person is very quick to want to fall in love and, you know, want to profess their love to you, want to come back to you. But because they have the Devil energy here, you know, I feel like this person has had quite the history, quite the past with you, not acting in their best and highest self, not being the best person for you. And they're still coming out here as a Page of Wands, not even Knight of Wands, not even a King of Wands, still being represented as a Page of Wands. You know, I might get a clarifier just to make sure that this person didn't have some magical major glow up. But I feel like spirit guides are very specific about what they're trying to say here. And that's, you might have a lot of sexual chemistry with this person. You might have a lot of fire. There might be a lot of passion. But that might just be it. Especially, like, we do have the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like this person has a lot of love for you. But what is it based off of? Is it based off of the sexual chemistry, you know? Or is it based off of you and you just as yourself? Can you be yourself around them? And so I feel like this month of December is going to be a major test for you, pile number 2. You know, like, are you just going to accept it at face value, or are you going to test this person right back and see if they're actually ready to handle somebody that's just like you? Because I'm getting that you are very blunt, you're honest, you're to the point, bro, throat chakra blockages. And this person, on the other hand, might have not been. They might have not been very blunt and straightforward with you. They might have hidden a lot of emotions, you know, choked down a lot of their feelings for whatever reason, leaned into their devil energy. So they could have been surrounded by bad people. They could have given into addictions. They could have, you know, really, again, just liked this relationship because of your sexual energy and your chemistry and your fire. But then again, everybody could like you for that. Like, duh, everybody does like you for that. Everybody does like you for the fact that you are, you know, chemistry, passion, fire, Queen of Swords. Like, I don't give no fucks. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. You know, like, that kind of vibe is your energy. And so I don't know if this person will be able to handle it, okay? But especially with the Hierophant and the Chariot, it's like they want to move very quickly into a relationship with you, into a connection with you. It's like they don't want to wait for another second. They don't want to wait for another minute. I don't know why I went upwards in time, but that's true. I feel like they really just don't want to. We do have the Ace of Coins here when I asked for the clarifier, and the Ace of Cups. So it's like the offering that they are bringing to you is stable, yes, but I don't know if themselves is stable. Okay, can we get one more clarifier? You know, and it might, this literally just might be because it's like, it's different for everybody. Like, everybody here, it's going to be face value. You know, like, you're going to test them by being just your regular Queen of Swords energy. And again, this person could be coming back after like a long period of time and like wanting to renew the connection with you. Yeah, I'm seeing 1115 and 515. So those numbers could be very significant for you. That could be telling of like the dates, like the 15th or something could be important for this month for you. But let me see what we have here. Wow, okay, it's so interesting. It's like just the diversity, you know, like I feel like this person can go from like being a page, but then they're also an emperor. And so, you know, when it comes to love, they might have been a little bit immature, but when it comes to like career and other aspects of their life, I feel like they got that shit down. It's just their love life that they can't like figure out how to work properly, you know? But I totally do feel like this person could be coming in with something stable, like an actual offering to get into a relationship, a long-term connection with you, yes. But does that necessarily mean that themselves is healed and is grown and is, you know, ready for this connection? I don't know. And I feel like that's going to be up to you. And I feel like, again, the way that you're going to test them is by being so honest. It's going to by being so fucking honest that, like, to be honest, you might even think, wow, this might scare this person off because of how honest I'm being. Good. Okay? Good. That's the kind of energy that you want to be in. Okay? You don't want to be, you know, just like waiting around for this person, which I see that you totally haven't been. If anything, I feel like, especially with the Living Legend and the Queen of Swords, it's like, holy shit, you're on a whole other level than this person. And them even approaching you is ballsy. Like, that's, you know, they got a lot of guts to be doing that to you guys. But yeah, especially with this devil energy here, it's like that. But again, that could just be validating where they were. And that could just be a representative of this person. Like they could have shown up a lot as the devil in your readings in the past. But again, devil does mean for me temptation, you know, like it does mean this person might tempt you with something, but I don't know if they can actually handle it, you know, like to be honest, because again, you guys are emotionally matured. You've really worked on yourself. You've become this living legend. You've probably stepped into a lot of success in this lifetime, and you know, you're probably coming into a lot more money and things are working out for you. And so it's like this person wanting you at this time, that's very convenient, you know, like, you're up, you know, like you're doing good. But just because they want you when you're up, what about when you're down, dude? Like, are they still gonna want you? Or are they still gonna fuck with you? Or is it just gonna be like, you know, like come in, they actually commit, and then when they actually commit, they end up getting scared the fuck off, you know? So just, again, that's why I say take it like at face value, take it how it resonates, but be a bad bitch. When this person comes back in, don't just fall at their fucking feet again, bro. Like, be honest, be blunt, be upfront with them and say, you know, I really did not like the way that you treated me in the past. Like, this was complete bullshit. And to be honest with you, I don't think that that man really, woman, person really aligns with who I'm looking for in a partner in the stage that I'm in right now, nowadays, because you're looking for somebody that's not just legit. Like, duh, anybody would commit to you now. Anybody would, you know, I'm seeing 911. Anybody would, you know, wife you the fuck up, husband you the fuck up, lock you down right now. Anybody would. But a few months ago when you were struggling, a few years ago when you were struggling, where was this person? You know, like, where were people like this person? They were nowhere to be found. But now that you're up, everybody wants you. So it's like, you know, is this offer really good? Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay, we love to see it. So, we love to see it. Okay, but again, we're being bad bitches in this, right? Like, we're keeping our energy in bad bitch land, because I don't want you guys like going into this, being like seeing all of this and being like, oh wow, this person's the one, you know, like, oh, toss, wow. I'm so ready for this relationship. I'm so ready to get back into it, and then just be treated the same way that you've always been fucking treated, because that's not the case. I want you guys to go into this with a different mentality, because that's how you're going to get a different outcome. Woo! Okay. And with heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Wow. So yeah, you guys could actually be meeting up with this person in the month of December. Maybe you could be seeing them. Again, maybe they could be reaching out to you. I feel like they're totally going to be hitting you up. This is just a major warning. Warning. This person's coming in, warning, okay? But we also do have coffin here. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transformation, as well as separation. So sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. So yeah, I feel like this person's really feeling the separation very heavily in the month of December, and they're wanting to bridge it. They're wanting to get back together. You know, they're wanting to, I feel like, because especially with endings bring new beginnings, like, that's a very positive card. There's a lot of negative cards in this deck that talk about like, no, this is over. Like, don't even fuck with this. But this card kind of gives me a little bit of like a pull in a better direction. Like, I feel like this person, when they lost out on you, they're telling me that was the biggest L of their entire life. Like, and that might be their karma, is just losing you for the rest of forever, and like you actually being done with them. And you know, whenever I say this type of shit to you guys, like, because I always have to put a disclaimer in, because I had a few people in the past that have said like, oh, this person's fucking garbage, this person is trash, like they were, you know, horrible. And I don't even like want to say the A word, but they were A word and they were narcissistic and blah, 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 blah. That's not the person that I'm talking about here. And if that's your person, then Queen of Swords their ass and move the fuck on, right? That's the reading for you. But like, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of you guys, you know, you would never accept somebody back into your life that's like that, you know, like, duh. It's like, duh, use your fucking brain. Like, sorry. Not sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry, but literally use your brain. Like, it's a general reading. Take whatever resonates, leave what doesn't. But that being said, I feel like there's gonna be a few of you guys where leaving this person, them having to exist without you, has really changed them. Like, really changed them, because you cut them off completely. You said, no, you're not allowed to this energy anymore. You know, like, you're being an asshole, especially with Queen of Swords energy here. Like, I feel like you guys were very blunt and forward and honest with this person. And yeah, wow, I feel like it could have really brought on a new energy for this person. But yeah, oh my God, wedding rings, holy crap, okay. Wedding rings, union, wedded, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. Wow, and especially with like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, like, I really do feel like this person genuinely could want to marry you. I feel like they do, like, duh. But will they? We will never know. No, I'm kidding. Keep us updated. I'm kind of curious to see this relationship and how it plays out in the month of December. Let's see here. Yeah, like, I feel like they kind of gave me a glimpse of this person's past with, like, stabbed in the back, you know, having multiple options, being the runner-chaser dynamic, and then separating from this person because they weren't, you know, fitting in with chasing after you and, like, wanting you, keeping too many options. Yeah, and it could have gone, like, you know, it could have caused them to go down a darker path of, like, you know, maybe using you or making you feel lesser than, or, you know, all of these things. But I feel like, again, all those things had to happen in order for you to develop stronger boundaries, right? Because you're not that same bitch that you used to be, okay? You might have started off as the Queen of Cups, but you ended up as the Queen of Swords, okay? Because of this person, and maybe even a few other connections that happened in the meantime, whatever. But yeah, it feels like, again, there's a lot of this, like, negative history. And so that's why you're, you know, you're not just, like, happy trotting back into this connection if, you know, when they do come back. Because I'm not even saying it's a if, I'm saying it's a when. Okay? But yeah, since then, you've really changed. Yeah, I feel like they could be looking at your social media as well, reminiscing about the past, you know, learning from the past. That's also what this says too. Learn from the past, make memories. So I really do feel like this person is learning. I feel like there's been several indicators of that, and the fact that this person's learning, and, you know, maybe you being the Queen of Swords to them in the month of December actually ends up being their catalyst for how they go from being page energy to night energy or straight to king energy, because they realize that the same old isn't going to get you like it used to. You know, like, if they want to actually attract you, they have to bring a different energy to the table than what they have been bringing. Reach out to me, please. Wow. No. I'm talking about you to others, and we have so much in common, especially in the month of December. I feel like this person is really going to be talking about you. I feel like I heard, keep my name out your damn mouth. So some of you guys could really be feeling it in the month of December. This person just cannot shut up about you, because I feel like they're really thinking about you in the month of December, 17:07 on the clock. We have so much in common. So again, I feel like this person feels very connected to you because of how much you actually have in common. Especially being represented as the Emperor, I feel like this person could really see you as an Emperor energy as well. Somebody that's hardworking, ambitious, and driven. And especially with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're sexy, you speak your mind, you know, you're forward with people. And a lot of people just aren't really like that nowadays. And so pat yourself on the back, pile number 2, you're a bad bitch. And whew, yeah. This person, oh, I would feel like I'm missing out if I lost you too. Pile number 2, okay? All right, but let's shuffle Love Radio Volume 2, get our finalizing message for y'all today. Downtown Girl by Hot Shell Ray. I'm dying, so sorry. Should not have just say, downtown girl, she's a downtown girl. Living like a celebrity, all the guys line up and the drinks are free. She knows she's hot, but that's all she's got. Hell no. I'm actually seeing it's more so like this person totally knows that you know that you're sexy. I feel like this person loves that about you though. Like they love the fact that you're confident. Downtown girl too could just kind of be like, maybe you might actually be seeing them, you know, traveling during the holidays. Like I've ran into like exes in the most random places all over the US. I won't even say all over the world because luckily that hasn't happened to me when I'm traveling overseas, but in the US, I have ran into exes, I'm not kidding you, all over. And like I'm literally there for a vacation and I'm like walking on the streets of the most poppin' fucking place, one of the biggest cities in the US. And I literally walk right past one of my freaking exes. And so it's like, you never know. And I'm not from there. That person's not from there. I don't know what the fuck what he was doing there. But that just goes to show that like the universe, it literally doesn't matter. It's going to bring you together. And so I feel like you could be running into this person in the month of December. That could spark up some conversation. They could be stalking your social medias heavily. They definitely will, duh. On top of maybe running into you in the month of December. They're going to be stalking you. They're talking to other people about you. Yeah, feeling a little bit depressed, feeling down because they're not in your life the same way. They believe that love will keep you together. And they also think that you hurt their feelings. I feel like you're going to be hurting their feelings in the month of December, to be honest. I feel like they didn't even get the half of it yet. Oh. And yeah, her lips are red and those hips are turning heads because she's a downtown girl. All the boys staring at the girls, staring at the boys, staring at the downtown girl. Downtown, downtown girl. Exactly. It's like literally everybody's looking at you. Everybody is talking about you. Everybody is attracted to you. Everybody wants to everybody wants to, you know, wife you, lock you fucking down. And so it's no wonder this person is like, you know, coming back around, bringing it back around town, y'all. You're on my mind the most. Finally, you fuel my creativity. That doesn't feel like a good one to end on. And you have changed me. Okay, that is the perfect one to end on because what were we literally talking about this entire freaking time, okay? Okay, baddies, but I love you so much. I'm praying that it's brought some clarity. Let me know. I want to know the tea from this. And if you don't feel like sharing it, you know, down in the comments, you can always like share it in our Discord server, which is also linked down below. We love to see it. I'm always in the tea chat. I'm always reading our little hot piping tea, getting my sip of the day. Okay, well, I love you buddies so much. I'm praying this brought you some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Goodbye. 111, so you might also be drawn to pile number 1. Okay, bye. Yay, alrighty. Hello, my gorgeous hotties that chose pile number 3. This is going to be a reading today all about what's next in love for you. You chose the Lucky Star card from my Britney Spears Oracle deck, or the Apple Juice perfume from Zara, which I'm actually going to spray some of this. Don't recommend, to be honest with you guys. This Zara perfume does not last for more than like 45 seconds. I'm not even kidding you. I like that it smells like apples. Like, it's really nice. It's refreshing, you know. clean, smells like apples. Like, we love it, but it just does not last. And it's like, I would say like, you know, a fourth of the price of regular perfume. So can you really expect it to last that long? Maybe not, but I don't know. Even this other one from the last pile, this gorgeous, which you're gonna see yourself. Hey, say hi. There we go. This gorgeous Fashionably London perfume, which is by 𝘓𝘓. This one was a collaboration with Jo Malone. So this one lasts way longer. But this one does not. It smells great. Don't recommend it. Does not last. Not worth the price. Okay. Anyways, moving on. What's happening next in your love life? I see multiple options for you. Actually, pile number 3. I see a Knight of Coins as well as a Page of Cups. And with the 3 of Swords here, you could have just gotten your heart really broken. You could be healing from a lot of heartbreak from your past. You could have just exited a relationship and now you're just doing a lot of work on yourself. But I actually see that things are really starting to pick up for you in your love life. And it's funny because I'm hearing like, I don't even want it to. Like, I don't even know if I really want love right now, but like, you're gonna get it, pile number 3, whether you like it or not. But I see one option that's coming in here. You know, these ones, again, I don't know if I'd commit, but it's fun to date in the meantime, okay? Pile number 3, Knight of Coins, slower moving energy. Maybe it's taken years to actually get to you. Again, I do feel like this is a newer energy, but feels like you both had to kind of go through a lot of your own learning lessons in order to come together. This other option is going to be, again, a lot fresher, a lot newer, love, like puppy love kind of energy. Feels like, again, Page of Cups, so they're not very mature. They're pretty immature when it comes to life and everything, but I feel like, again, fun for passing, you know, like fun for a little bit of time. Like, yeah, and don't feel bad about it either. Like, I see, especially with the 8 of Coins, you could be stacking up dates. You could be going on multiple dates. I'm actually seeing you could be going on like so many dates that you're like double booking dates. I've done that before, bitch. I don't feel bad. But I feel like you guys could really just be dating around, seeing what it is that you really do like, healing from this heartbreak. But I see that in the month of December, especially if you have been feeling heartbroken, you are moving so past it so quickly, especially with the Chariot card here. It's like, it's finally feeling like this weight is lifted off of your chest and like you're able to actually really fall in love again. And especially with so many options coming in here, pile number 3, I'm excited for you. And also on top of that, with the Hermit card, you know, you're really working on yourself. You're really figuring out, okay, what do I want in a long-term partner, in a life partner, you know? What do I want officially? And also, what might be fun in the meantime? What might be fun to experiment, try in the meantime? And with the lucky star here, I really do feel like you guys are getting majorly blessed in the month of December. When it comes to options, I really do feel like you're going to start feeling a lot luckier and like everything is just kind of working out in your favor. I feel like you're really going to start to see that this previous connection, you know, that maybe you broke up from, had your heart broken from, is actually like a beautiful thing. And it had to happen because it had to teach you, you know, a few lessons about loving yourself better and what you truly, again, are looking for in a long-term partner. So I'm very excited for you, pile number 3. You know, breakups might be hard, yes, but they're also so liberating. They're freeing because you no longer, you know, have to bend at this person's will or go after, you know, what it is that's like helping this person. I'm sorry, I'm sitting down, y'all. I'm getting tired. I'm pulling up my office chair. I'm tired. But I really do see that you guys are welcoming in this beautiful new energy, you know, going after a bunch of new options here, especially with this 8 of Coins energy and not feeling bad about it. You know, dating around, rejecting people left and right. It doesn't matter. You're having fun. And that's really what matters. It's not about, you know, necessarily finding the one. It's just about having a lot of fun. And I do see that. I see that with 2 new options coming in here. Yeah, so keep working on yourself. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Yeah, so a lot of you guys could have accidentally been self-sabotaging connections, could have, had to rebuild a lot. Maybe there was, again, a connection in which just got sabotaged, like broken up with, whatever. And now it's like you're actually rebuilding yourself after that connection, and you're finding out, who do I want to be apart from this person? Especially if you were in like a long-term relationship or a connection, a lot of the time, like, we do end up kind of changing ourselves for the other person, even if it's like subconsciously, like we don't even really try. It's like it just naturally happens, because you're dating somebody else and you're around them all the time. So you're going to start to kind of act and do what they do. And I really do feel like you're kind of coming back to yourself, and you're finding out what it is that you want to do with your life, and who it is that you want to date, and how do you want to dress, and how do you want to do this, that, and that. Wow. And then we have the Lightning card here. Especially when paired with the Chariot too. This is beautiful, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Yeah, so again, I feel like, the breakup could have been very shocking for you. It could have been very earth-shaking, life-shattering, life-changing. But I feel like on the other half of things, Lightning is really here to say things are going to start changing very quickly for you. The second that you decide what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you're going after, that's when everything is going to change drastically, dramatically, and very quickly. Yeah, they brought up the Camera card and a bunch of other ones, but I put it back because I feel like they were kind of trying to tell me that, like, maybe you have been reminiscing a lot about this previous connection and looking back on photos, thinking about what you should have done differently, thinking about what this person should have done differently, just like thinking. And they're trying to tell me that, like, this pile, you need to get out of your head. Spirit guys, they said you need to get out of your head and into their bed. Ooh, so take that how it resonates, but I totally feel like that's so true. Like, you have to get out of your head and get into some other people's beds, okay? Take that how it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, but that's just what I feel like. You really got to stop overthinking and drowning yourself in the memories, drowning yourself in liquor too. They said quit that shit, get out there and start drinking some green juice, go for a walk outside. Oh my gosh, I tell you guys, I was so depressed for the longest time there, and the simplest thing that I did was literally just implementing a little walk outside every single day just around my neighborhood. I feel a million times better because fresh air brings on fresh energy, Like, again, I'm a very spiritual person, y'all know me, but keeping yourself confined and trapped in your house keeps that energy bouncing around the walls. So the second that you open up that door and you go outside, all of that old energy is literally sucked out the door with you and blown off into the wind and is replaced with new, beautiful energy. So get out there, take a shower, take a hot shower, go run and grab a coffee, like actually physically move and go get yourself a coffee and sit in a coffee shop and just enjoy your presence, just enjoy your space. Maybe bring a book, maybe go to the library, get a new book, go to the coffee shop, sit down, read it, like just take that time to yourself and for yourself. Ascending, yes, that's what we love to see, pile number 3. You are really ascending. You're taking it to the next level. You're getting over obstacles. You're entering a new phase. And it says you're preparing for union. Now, I know a lot of you guys, especially if you just got out of a connection, you're like, hell no, I'm not dating again. I'm not doing that again. I'm not getting my heart broken again, okay? I don't want to do that, think about that, whatever. That is amazing. Great. That's perfect, okay? But just still, you have to get out there and you have to try new things. And I still want you to go on dates, even if you know for a fact you're not going to get into a relationship. Because I know that sucks, but you know, sometimes you literally just need it. Sometimes you literally just need to meet new people, you know, try new things, get out there, experience life to the fullest, because what has, you know, sitting and wallowing done for you so far? I mean, clearly it's done a lot of really good, you know. It has really helped you heal, but it's time to step out. Wow, okay, we also have the chaser here. So chaser had a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment. We also have engagement ring. So I feel like a lot of this that you have to learn is a lot to deal with not chasing. You know, connections, relationships, love, partners, people who aren't serving you, all of that kind of bullshit. And actually just focusing inward on yourself and, you know, figuring out what you want to do for yourself and not for anybody else. And yeah, I have a great video. It literally just came out, how to be chaste and find true love, which is all about how to stop being the person that is always chasing in relationships and situationships, and go to being the bitch that is being chased by everybody. And I'm not kidding you guys. Like, when I made this video, you know, I talk about in the beginning how I literally went from being Miss Situationship, because that's literally all I was getting was men who could just not fucking commit and they didn't want to commit, to now being Miss Relationship and in a true romance, a true love, you know. So that video I highly recommend to all of you who haven't checked it out, who might be single right now, who might still be in this chaser mindset, because especially underneath of the hammer, you know, that is a self-sabotaging mindset to be in, is to be somebody that thinks that you have to chase to get what you want, thinks that you have to chase in order to get the person to love you, when in reality you can literally just exist, be hot, and they will chase you, which we love to see. Yeah, and with it we also have engagement ring here. But what they showed me with this is when Ariana went to the Tiffany & Co. and she bought her and, you know, 6 of her other closest friends like little engagement rings, pretty much. And it was to represent that they were married and in love with themselves. So I see that you guys could actually be doing something that's kind of symbolic like that in the month of December. You know, buying yourself a nice piece of jewelry, getting yourself the car that you've always wanted, getting yourself just a nice bouquet of flowers, whatever it is. Maybe it's not even that, you know, those are pretty physical things, you know, but sometimes you do need a physical reminder that's like, I am my own best mate, I am my own best friend, I am my own best partner, and somebody that's going to come into my life is going to match that energy, you know. So just having something that's symbolic like that, that could really show and prove to yourself time and time again that you are spouse material, and you know, because you already spoused yourself up, bitch, that everybody else is going to feel that. And they're going to start treating you that way. Literally watch and see how quickly things change the second that you start treating yourself like that. Yeah, and you know, dating around for the fuck of it. That's the other vibe that I have too, is like, don't go on dates just like thinking that they're going to be your person, to be honest. Like, I know that sucks, but that's exactly how it's always been for me. Like, when I was in that situationship mindset, I kept going on dates with people being like, oh my God, we're gonna get married, this is it, this is the person. And then the second that I like changed that mentality, I actually ended up, you know, meeting Zach, and, you know, feels like the person, you know. So yeah, like I feel like that's the vibe to kind of be in, bestie, like, and that's the vibe to kind of like start treating yourself as, and you will only start to see really good beneficial changes coming from that. So get excited. Ugh. We love to see. Let's see if we can get a few more tea leaf clarifiers for some energy here. Yeah, I feel like in the past, you know, you might have come on a little strong in connections, and that's not a bad thing again, but it's just like when you know what you want, you're not gonna back down from it, okay? Like, if you want a situationship, if you want a partner, you're not going to back away because that's what you want, and you always get what you want, okay? But in some cases, it's not always that way. And I see that you're becoming a lot more resourceful with who you're dating, how you're spending your time. And you're being a lot more lighthearted about the situation, because not everything to do with dating is so serious all the time. You know, like, I really do see that you are being a lot more lighthearted. You're welcoming in a lot more carefree, beautiful energy, and it's only going to create a lot more abundance in your life. Seek out information that will help you. I feel like it's almost Spirit Guide's way of saying, like, go watch that video, you know, like, personal plug. I don't mean to plug it so many times, but seriously, like, it just being in that mentality completely changed my dating game. Like, it completely changed it. So that's why I really felt called to share it with all of you. I will link it down below if I remember. I feel like I will. But yeah, if I don't, feel free to, like, shout, yell at me in the comments and be like, Dick Witch, where the fuck is this video? You said, but it's also right on my channel too. It's like one of the most recent videos. So you should be able to find it, How to Be Chaste. But yes, I feel like it's literally that information that is going to really change your life and the dating game for you from here on out. It won't be the same old, same old. You're really going to be working on yourself, falling in love with yourself, doing what is best for you rather than focusing on what's best for the other person, which, yeah, we love to see. So let's get your finalizing little message here from Love Radio. Let's see, should we do Love Radio Volume 1, 2, 3, or 4? Check. This is an intuition test. See, which one do you think I'm going to do? Love Radio 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one do you think it's going to be? Intuition check. Okay? It is volume number 1. Let me know if you were right down in the comments below. I like to do little intuition checks like this for you guys every now and again. Just to, you know, see how you're doing. But this is volume number 1. Yes! Woo! We'd love to see it. I'm the One by DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper. And I think it also has Lil Wayne in it too. Yeah. It's like such a stacked song. Do we really need all of them? Yes. Anyways, I'm the One. I feel like that's Spirit Guide's literal way of saying you are the one in your life. You are, you know, the soulmate that you've always been dreaming of. You are that bitch that you've always been wanting. That partner that you've always been wanting exists within you. It's always been you. You are the one. And the more that you feel that, the more that you exist in this vibe, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start to attract people that see you as the one. And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to start running. You're going to become the runner rather than being the chaser. So yes, my gorgeous pile number 1, or what? Pile number 3. You might be also drawn to pile number 1. You are the one. You're the true love of your life. Expect some new options to be coming in here the second that you decide to, you know, make a few little changes. Let yourself grieve, you know, let yourself feel it, but don't linger in that. Move on. And don't feel bad about moving on either. Like, sometimes, especially like people like me that have anxiety, we feel bad about literally everything. Like, if I'm taking time for myself, I feel bad. If I'm working too much, I feel bad. If I'm like literally everything. And so just stop feeling bad and allow yourself to feel good, and don't feel bad about allowing yourself to feel good. Yeah. Okay, but my gorgeous pile number 3, those are the messages that I got for you all today. I love you all so much. I'm praying that it's by some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Don't forget to go check out that video. That's your homework, How to Be Chaste. Okay? I love you. Bye. Yay! Alrighty, hello to those of you who chose pile number 4. This is going to be a reading today all about what's next in love for the month of December. If you chose the Femme Fatale card from the Britney Spears Oracle deck, this is going to be your reading. Or you could have also chose Fashionably London. Before I went to London for my vacation for Christmas, I got this perfume and I used it as a way to help me manifest. Every single time that I would put on this perfume, I would pause for a second and just visualize myself in London. And sure enough, the perfume came with a little postcard from London with the London Bridge on it. And so it just felt like it was so meant to be. And sure enough, I did actually end up in London. I did bring this perfume with me, so it does still have that olfactory memory of being in London. So I just love it so much. I like to share a little bit, with you guys, but yeah, maybe that's something that you guys could take with you when it comes to manifesting your goals and your dreams, because especially with this pile, you guys are really working hard, okay? In the month of December, I see you getting your bag up, and I know this is a reading about romance, but it has something to do with that, because I think that there's somebody in your life that could be really noticing you because of the work that you're doing. Yeah, and it was interesting because the Devil card came up in this pile. I replaced it because I felt like they were kind of telling me that this pile could be an extension to pile number 2. So you might also be drawn to pile number 2, but this one feels like it's actually good. This one ends good for me. So especially with the King of Swords, you could be somebody that's there could be somebody in your life that is very logical, analytical, truth-speaking, blunt in their manner. And I feel like they could really be coming forward in the month of December or thinking about it, especially with Ace of Wands here. I feel like this person has a lot of fiery passion for you. I feel like the two of you share a lot of sexual chemistry, fireworks, sparks, just everything. I feel like it's so gorgeous within this connection. It's very feisty and fun. And especially with the Page of Wands here and the original Devil card that came up, this person could have had the tendency to really act in a way that was unlike them, or was like them for the time, but it wasn't very mature. Especially with the Page of Wands here, that kind of tells me that there was a lot of maturity that was lacking in this connection. And while the passion might have been there and the fire and the chemistry and all that good stuff, there was a lot of really good, I don't know how to say this, it's like tangible evidence of a good, solid connection. I don't know how to say that, but like that's just what Spirit Guides are making me feel. It's hard to articulate. But with the Femme Fatale here, because you were drawn to this card, you might dress very sexy. I feel like there's a lot of people that still think about you far beyond you exiting their life or leaving their life, There's a lot of people that still think about you, and you might be one of those people, again, similar to pile number 2, but a little bit different, where, you are very straightforward with how you feel, but you're also very mysterious. So if you feel like it doesn't really add anything to share how you're feeling about this situation, you won't say it, if that makes sense. Like, you would much rather leave it up to their imagination, which can sometimes, pile number 4, it ends up driving a lot of people crazy about you, okay? I just have 411 on the clock, too. So what's the 411, Spirit Guides? Like, yeah, I feel like it's this person. I feel like they could be really heavily thinking about you, looking at the work that you have done in the month of December. So again, pile number 4, you guys are getting your bag, especially with the 10 of coins. I see that you're coming into a lot of money. You're coming into a lot of success. Maybe you are, getting a promotion in the month of December. Throat chakra blockages, you could also just be leveling up, Whoa, I feel like this person would really want to congratulate you and, speak out, talk to you, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know, I feel like there might be something that's kind of blocking them. Maybe in the past, maybe you literally blocked them too. But maybe in the past they had a lot of trouble speaking their truth, being very open, being very vulnerable. And I feel like that is kind of where their immaturity lies. It's bad, but it's not as bad as a lot of the other things. Also, my stomach is growling, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. The mic is closer to my tummy, okay, than it is to my mouth, but I do apologize. I do have to go make lunch. But with the 3 of Wands here, I feel like, This person could even still like have multiple options in their life, but I feel like you are the one that they see that actual future with. Like you're the one that they actually can see beyond the horizon with, you know? And there's just so much passion in this connection. This person feels like you're such a loving and kind individual. They really see you as somebody that's very empathetic. So even if you told them off, they understand why. And they literally can see and understand for themselves and say, I deserved it, you know? So we love to see it, pile number 4. I almost said 2 again. So seriously, you might really be drawn to pile number 2. I'm popping my squat, and let's go on ahead and get some more messages here. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of like chemistry within this connection. I'm seeing like flashbacks too of like, you know, like if you had sexy time with this person, like they think about that and they see it happening in their mind. Like, you know, the heated conversations, the passion, the drive. Okay, let's see. Okay, still not dealing with her. Avoiding conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. Yeah, I feel like this person's really beating themselves up. They're actually telling me with this card, they're telling me that like before when they were in this immature sort of mindset, it feels like they didn't really deal with anything. Like they just kind of pushed it aside and just expected things to work out. But that just wasn't the case with you. You know, like I feel like if they tried to do that to you, it only caused you to walk away from them. And so by them not dealing with her, it actually really did F up their life, you know? But yeah, we have healthy choices here and we have mirror. So it's like whatever you're doing, I feel like this person is doing as well. And I feel like you've been making a lot of healthy choices towards yourself, healthier changes, you know, like, yeah, welcoming in a lot of success, abundance, focusing on your business, focusing on other romantic relationships, focusing on yourself and your relationship with yourself. And because of that, I feel like this person's kind of been doing the same thing. They've been mirroring you a lot and trying to work on themselves as well and go within, you know, try to make more healthy choices towards their life. Yeah, because they're telling me that they actually really look up to you because of the way that you can make such healthy decisions for yourself. They say that like you know when to walk away. You know, like you know when something is no longer serving you and you are not afraid to walk away. Especially if it means like helping yourself and being a lot more beneficial to yourself. Yeah, but we have paradise here. So happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Yeah, so I feel like this person might be coming back in with a lot more playful energy. You know, like, I feel like this one's sort of different in the sense where it's like, you know, this pile is the Queen of Cups, whereas the other pile was the Queen of Swords. So, like, maybe that pile was like, I'm not giving this person chances, versus this pile is like, yeah, I'm actually open to it. Because I feel like this person does see how kind-hearted you are. That being said, like, don't let this person walk all over you, okay? Like, if they're fucking, you know, clearly, obviously, I have to always put a fucking disclaimer in there, but take it as it resonates. It's a general reading. We have thousands of energies that come here every single day, so this reading is not personal. And if you want a personal reading, you can book one with me down below, but yeah, I feel like this person really just enjoys your presence. They have a lot of fun with you. I feel like you guys can joke together. You can play together. You know, like, wink, wink. there's a lot of fun here. Like, there's just a lot of fun, and I feel like you guys really enjoy each other whenever you are around each other. But I feel like this person's really grown and changed and adapted the way that they see themselves and the way that they see the world and the way that they see you. I feel like has really changed and has really shifted to a lot more positive of a mentality as well. Yeah, clarity, truth, protection, power, force, honor. So there could be a lot of clarity that's actually coming out in the month of December with this person. Yeah, so again, you could have, like, I felt like this is the vibe. Like, they kind of, you were the chaser, right? Like, I feel like originally you might have been the chaser, but ever since, it's like they were heartbroken, they ascended, they changed themselves, And now they're ready to chase you. Now they're ready to do the work towards getting you and being with you. Wow, but this is really good. Like, pile number 4, it's definitely a lot different than pile number 2. I was kind of like, you know, that pile could really go either way. It's like, depending on how their person, or your person, if you chose both, chooses, like, or reacts to how you speak your honest to God truth to them, you know, and you're like, I don't want to deal with the shit, you know, like, that pile is very dependent on the energy. Whereas this one is like, I feel like because pile number 4, you have done the work, this person reflects you, and I feel like they have also done the work too, and they've ascended because of that. Woo! Which we love to see. There's not a lot of people that are really willing to make actual beneficial changes in their life, you know? Pile number 4. I almost said pile number 2 again. So, y'all, we ain't playing here. Like, I feel like you really might be drawn to, well, pile number 2 as well. I want more than what we have, but I'm not ready. I feel you are unpredictable. I find you interesting. Yeah, it's almost like, I feel like this person actually likes that you're unpredictable, to be honest. It's giving spontaneity energy, like you're spontaneous, you know, you're willing to go on little adventures, explore. But it also can make them a little bit wary to kind of approach you and come towards you. So again, I feel like in the month of December, this person is thinking about it. I feel stuck. Exactly. I feel like, yeah, they definitely do feel stuck. And that's why they say that they're not ready. But they want more than what you have. So, like, if you guys are friendship, they want to date you. If you guys aren't even friends, I feel like they just want to be friends right now just to get back on your roster. Again, wow, you are beautiful. Yeah, so this person finds you really, really, really beautiful inside and out, which is so rare, and it's such a beautiful gem to have. I have been thinking about you a lot. Yeah, so especially in the month of December, expect to see some dreams of them. You know, expect to see a lot of signs that make you think about this person because they are thinking about you. So keep just sending that energy back to them because, you know, drive them crazy. Sorry for the way I handled things. Wow, okay. Yeah, so again, I feel like this person definitely is apologetic for the way that they handled things and the way that the situation, you know, turned out. I think you are very talented. Wow. And we were definitely picking up on that, especially at the beginning of the reading with the 10 of Pentacles. December is going to be a very abundant month for you, pile number 4. And I do see a lot of career success, even though that's not necessarily what the reading is about. I feel like this person sees that and it just makes them think so much about you and how talented you are, ooh, which we love to see. Yeah, I'm so jealous and I miss being around you. Yeah, so it feels like if you have other people in your life, if you're seeing other people, if you're going on other dates, know that it's definitely making this person jealous. I'm even hearing the song Jealous by Labyrinth, where it's like, you know, he's jealous about the air because it gets to brush across your skin. You know, it's like he's jealous of your friends. They're jealous of your friends because they get to spend more time with you than this person does. You know, like I just feel like this person is just like jealous. Like they wish that they were a part of your life in a much more prominent way than I think that they actually are. I want to see you so bad. 1444 on the clock as well. So yeah, I feel like this person definitely wants to see you in person. They want to physically talk to you, you know, reminisce. I hope you're not with someone else. So again, jealous much, but this person definitely does not want to see you with anybody else. But yeah, they definitely want to see you. They want you all to themselves. Again, they're so jealous. Like, yeah, they're very envious. Okay, good. Yes, that's what we like to see. My intentions are pure. So anything that this person does, I feel like even if they're doing a little bit sussy stuff, like know that it's literally so pure. Know that it's coming from a healed heart and a healed mentality. Of course, like again, I have to freaking put the disclaimers in here. I hate it, but this is a general reading. And so if this does not sound like your person, it's probably not them. If this person is an asshole, this is not for you. This pile's not for you. Click on another pile. Like, I don't mean to get sassy, but it's just so frustrating getting comments from people that just don't understand what a general reading is. And like I had one person that I ended up having to be like, why are you so obsessed with me? Like Mean Girls. Because they kept fucking coming back and commenting every single week that they didn't like the reading. And I'm like, why are you watching me? Like, thanks, but thanks for the views. But it's like, why? Like, some people literally just, like, exist in their misery and they don't like to get out of it. They don't like to pull themselves out of it. They just like to be miserable. So that's what I'm kind of feeling is like, you know, those people, they be miserable. And I feel like for you guys, like, again, this person feels like they are healed, feels like they've done the work, feels like, you know, if you're meant for this reading, feels like they actually do have very pure intentions. And it's nothing where, like, if they're not responding to you, you know, like, they might have other things going on behind the scenes that you don't even know about that really could be affecting their life, like a death in the family, you know, a friendship breakup, you know, losing their job, whatever it is. Like, there could be other things going on that have nothing to do with you. And so just know that, like, if this person has done maybe one or two little sussy things, ignore it, because to be honest with you, like, their intentions are so pure. Yeah, they've never met anybody like you before. And I'm emotionally unavailable. So again, that could be also why they're keeping a healthy distance from you, is because they know that they are emotionally unavailable. And so they don't want to, like, put that on you also, which I think is very big. Yeah. Yeah, they're just very attracted to you. I feel like it says, I'm seeking revenge, but to me, it's almost like, because this is from a healthy perspective, it's like they're getting a revenge glow up. So they might be really working out, eating healthy, trying to look good, getting, you know, their signature scent, getting their signature style. I'm even seeing, like, random ironing their clothes, like, just doing random shit that's, like, making them feel more grown up, more put together, more on your level, which I love to see. Okay. Pile number 4, we're gonna do Love Radio. I did this with the last pile and it was kind of fun, so I'm gonna do it again, but intuition check. I am going to pick between Love Radio Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Use your intuition right now to try to figure out, okay, I have it locked in my mind, try to figure out which playlist I'm going to play. Is it Love Radio Volume 1, 2, 3, or 4? Lock in your answer now. Lock it in. And it is Love Radio Volume 3. Let me know down in the comments if you guys got it right. I'd love to hear it. Oh, let me turn this down too. I was jamming. So I'm the One came up for the last pile. I love this song, and I literally was, like, playing it out loud so loud. Didn't even know that my partner was on the phone with his mom on speakerphone. And I came in there, I was dancing, everything. And he's like, I'm on the phone. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm the One. It's so funny. Okay, anyways, we're gonna shuffle play this. These are all available on Spotify. And let's see what messages come up for y'all today. Reflections by Mr. Wife. Oh my God, you guys. Holy shit, are we kidding me? Like, I'm done. But actually, in this song too, it literally starts by saying, you didn't close the door. You left a crack open. I couldn't ignore the faint possibility of having hope in this insanity that we still could be. Chills. Oh my God, chills. But we're stuck floating in the in-between, which is exactly where you guys are right now. Ah, chills, chills. That's crazy. But yeah, I feel like that's what this person kind of feels about you. That's what you feel about this person, is that they didn't fully close the door. There's still just like a little crack open. And because of that, they can't ignore the faint possibility that the two of you could still be together. Whew. Wow, spirit guides, they blow my mind. Like, actually, and I'm seeing 1222 on the clock. So again, you might be drawn to pile number 2. Oh my God. Yeah, and I feel like, yes, okay, yeah, and I feel like you guys could still be stuck in that in-between, you know? And then she goes on to say that she's like trying to discipline herself in order to move on from this connection. And so she's actually shattering everything that has reflections of this person. Wow. So I really feel like that could be you guys right now, but you know, maybe leave the door just a little crack open. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't let that big of a breeze in, you know, but yeah, I feel like just stay open to it. Pile number 4, stay open to it. Yee! Stay excited and yeah, stay open. So my gorgeous pile number 4, I'm praying that it's brought you guys some clarity. I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. Definitely book a personal reading with me if you feel drawn to, if you feel called to. And I will see you guys very, very soon, okay?